Hey guys. So I know a lot of you probably didn't read the long posts that I posted on my Facebook because it was so long. It was 10 pages on my laptop alone, so it was very long. Um, but I wanted to go into a little bit more detail about the domestic abuse, um, the violence, and everything from the first one. I'm not going to name names still in the videos that I make because I don't want them to feel attacked, but I do want my truth to come out. This is going to be unedited because I'm too lazy to edit. And if the quality's awful, that sucks. It's because I'm on my laptop and I don't really care. So I started dating that guy when I was 16. He had just turned 17 and we started dating August of 2014. Things were great at the beginning. We had like amazing just compatibility. We were just great until we weren't. And within the first week, we were at his house in his room, and he was telling me that he was fiending for a very, very, very bad drug that I don't even want to say. And it took everything in me not to start screaming, okay? I ended up leaving. I got up and I just left because it wasn't worth fighting. That was the first fight that we had, but it wasn't really physical. Um, First time he ever actually physically hurt me. My best friend was staying the night, and we were just going to sleep, and I got a call from him saying that he was at a party in my neighborhood and wanted to come stay the night or just come over and hang out. And I told him I was going to bed, and he's like, okay, well then I'll just sleep there. That's not what happened. He, when he got there, he was so messed up, so many drugs in his system. You could just tell he had no idea what was going on. I'm surprised he even made it to my house. Like, that kind of messed up. And I finally got him to calm down. I told him, go sleep it off in the spare bedroom. Would have been fine. Until I went back into my room and I heard him through the wall saying, hey, can you come pick me up? Okay, this is where it got kind of fucked up. I specifically told him to sleep it off because I did not want him to leave my house and have something happen because I would have blamed myself forever if something would have happened. So I fought him on it and I told him, I was like, you're not leaving. There's no way. I'm not letting you leave because if I let you leave and something happens to you, I'm going to feel the guilt for the rest of my life. That's when shit started getting bad. That's when we were standing in the kitchen and I was sitting in a bar stool actually. And he pushed the bar stool over with me sitting on it and it hit me and he had me in a chokehold. Like, he wanted to hurt me and he wanted to kill me multiple times. People think I made this up when it was happening, but how do you make that up? So then I finally got him to go to sleep in the spare bedroom. I woke up, I was the last one to wake up the next morning. I woke up to my best friend and him making breakfast. He had no recollection of what happened. So I couldn't even be mad because he didn't remember. I couldn't be mad. But I was so devastated and I was so hurt. That's not the first time. There's so many times that this has happened and like I only can name a few because the freaking video would be hours long if I told every single time. There were times when we were going to hang out with friends at like the Civic Center, and there was a fight that we had one day before we went, where he literally, he threw me to the ground and threw one of those bar stools at me and put me in a chokehold, almost knocked me out, and just left. I was barely conscious, and he just left. And then I told my friends that I would be at the Civic Center, so I had to see him there. So, why did I wear jeans or leggings and hoodies or long sleeve shirts all of summer 2015? It was because of the bruises and the marks and everything. He hurt me, and he took a lot from me. I never asked him for anything. I never asked him for money. He didn't have a fucking car or a fucking license until he turned 18. He had nothing. I paid for everything. I literally paid for everything. I worked my fucking ass off and barely saw my paycheck because I paid for his shit. Paid for gas in my car to go pick him up and to drive him home. Made sure to buy him weed, for God's sakes, you know? And I'm tired of, like, having to stay quiet. I'm tired of having to pretend like I'm okay all the time. He broke me. He really did, and that's why it took me 6 years to finally come to terms with it. But the last time it happened, the last time was the worst, actually. And I still have photographic proof and evidence. I had just moved into an apartment in Washington Township. And he had just gotten back from a music festival and went home and, got into a fight with his family. They kicked him out or something, and he came and stayed with me for a few days. Well, I was working full time. I was working 12-hour shifts for AT&T. I was, working my ass off outside doing door to door. Well, I would come home and, the first couple days were fine. But then this one night, the last night, I came home. All of my furniture was moved around. Everything was moved around. My dog hadn't been taken outside. My dog hadn't been fed. Hadn't had any water. Nothing. The dishes were piled up like crazy. He had a bunch of beer cans. Everything just chilling everywhere. And it's just like, I came home from a 12-hour day in 100-degree weather to you sitting there on your fucking ass not helping? That's not fair. I'm letting you stay here for free. Why can't you help? Especially with the dog that you called yours too. Well, that pissed him off that I called him out on it. He pushed me to the ground and then he left. Came back about 10-15 minutes later. You could tell he was on something. He was in a fit of rage. He threw me to the ground, choked me, put me in a chokehold, and then took a pocket knife out and put it up against my jugular. I have pictures to prove all of that. But I'm the liar. Don't forget, I'm the liar. The one who went through it's the liar. Because he does no wrong. He can never do any wrong. I'm not a liar. Everything I've said in this video is true. And if you want to believe me, you can. If you don't. I just want people to know that I am not crazy. I was made crazy by somebody who treated me like I was crazy. Someone made me this way. And I have severe PTSD. Relationships don't work for me now because I'm afraid of getting fucking hurt again. He broke me. But you know what? On the bright side. Try not to cry, sorry. On the bright side, I'm doing much better now. He's out of my life. I've been sober for a year from pain meds. And It's just free. I feel free from him. It's a great feeling to just feel free. So, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, there will be more videos in relation to the posts that I posted on Facebook. I'm doing one at a time because, like I said, it would be forever long. Like, the video would be so freaking long if I did the whole thing at once. Please only leave love. If you have hate to say, just send it to me. I don't care. I'm gonna ignore it, but go ahead. This is a lot harder to post than you guys know. And I love you guys. And if anybody ever needs anyone to talk to, if they've ever been through anything similar or whatever, I'm a message away and I'm here to help. And I'll help you get out of a relationship if you need to. I love you guys. Thanks for watching.